Hello, children. How are you all? Yeah, I'm also good. So, today let us start the session with a recap on how animals move. Okay, now I'll share a PPT on it. So, now tell me one by one that body movements, how it happens in animals. Okay, so now, Aryan, can you give an example for animals which slither? Yes, earthworm. Yes, and also snakes and snails also slither. Okay, and then Aruna, can you give an example for animal which walk? It says cow, goat, like that. Similarly, can you give some examples for animals which run? Yes, it's a dog, lion, cheetah. Yes, animals which swim, this fish, duck, and in duck, no, they can even walk and run also. And can you give examples for animals which jump? Yes, kangaroos, rabbit. Okay. And what are the animals which fly? They are the mosquitoes, birds, dragonflies. Okay, children. Good. Great job. And today, what we are going to see is we are going to see about the birds and their streamlined body. Okay. So in nature, we can say that they are the amazing flighting machine. Okay. So they soar, they even glide, and they even fly. Okay. And they hover. All this will be done by the birds. How they birds do this, we will see that in detail in this video. Okay, before that, let me show a video on it, that how do things fly. Okay, what are the essential factors necessary for the things to fly in air. So let me explain one by one. Okay. Hmm. So now this person, no, he did one drawing on aeroplane with the wings, and he sat on it, and he was trying to fly. Is he able to fly? No. What's the reason behind that? So due to weight, if it is more weight, the thing cannot fly. It needs some other factors to fly. So it needs the lift. So only if there is a lift force is there, it can fly. Now he is going to add wings to the plane so that he is going to try the flight again. So there is a lift is there, weight is also is balanced, and he's flying for a few seconds. And after that, what happens? There is a drag force behind the plane, so that again the plane will fall. So that to overcome this, he need to attach an engine. Okay. Now he is able to fly. Yes. So there are forces are acting on the plane, like a lift, weight, drag, and a thrust. So all these forces, no, give a balance for the flight to fly in the air. Okay. So now let us watch the streamlined body in detail, children. Okay. So now look at this. What do you mean by streamlined body? Streamlined body is nothing but the animals which have the head and tail part tapering, and the middle part is the narrow part. Okay. So this is the lightweight bodies. Okay. The birds will have the lightweight hollow bones that will make them to fly in the air. Okay, and then they will be having more efficient power. They can fly at a greater speed, and they will cover the long distance in a shorter time, and they will have a powerful muscles. Okay, so this powerful muscles make them to travel a longer distance, and also they can even glide over everything they can do. And the wings, no, they are the aerodynamics. So these wings are very essential to cut through the air and to avoid the air resistance, minimize the air resistance, all the forces acting in the flight. And they should have efficient respiration. Okay, so these are the essential factors for the birds to fly. Okay, now why do they need the streamlined body? Why do they need the streamlined body? Because to fly easily in the air, and to pass through the air, and to minimize the air resistance, and also the drag behind the tail region, and to save energy also. So if only if they have energy, they will travel the long distance. Okay, so that's the main reason they have the streamlined body. Now, can you give some examples for animals which have the streamlined body? Yeah, fish. Yes, and dolphins, whales, and then dragonflies, they are the animals which have the streamlined body. That is head and tail part, the tapper, and the middle part is the broader one. And even you can make a toy paper boat and make it to float in the water during rainy season, no? So this is also a streamlined body, the paper boat. Okay, now look at the next slide. The birds will have the teardrop body structure that makes them to fly with a greater speed. I said no. That's why this teardrop, no, it will be having like this position. So this will make the birds to have a greater speed. That is the aerodynamic. They can cover the long distance. That's the teardrop shape. And the next is the feathers. No, what are the key factors necessary for the feathers for the birds? No, they should be light, and they should be strong, and the smooth also. So light means the bones will have the hollow bones. They should be less weight, and then the body mass also should be light. Then only the birds can lift their body and they can fly in the air. Okay, and then they should have a strong and flexible feathers also. Okay, so without breaking, they can withstand the air resistance, and they can fly in the air. Okay, and then the feathers should be overlapping. So like this. So I told that there's a overlapping feathers. Then only they can able to reduce the drag which is acting behind the tail region. Okay. So now look at this hollow bones. These hollow bones are very essential for them to have the lightweight pneumatic bones. Okay. They are strong and incredibly light, so that will reduce the body mass and also the flight easier. And the next is different birds will fly in a different way because of the wings. So the wings should have various power, and like airfoils. They should be like a airfoils, that is the creating lift and thrust, and also the drag and the weight. All the four forces, should be balanced when they fly, so that the wings should be more aerodynamic. So if you look at the eagle, no, the eagles will soar in the air. They will not fly. They will soar. They will constantly soar in the sky. Have you ever watched that? Eagles, and then the hummingbirds, no, they will keep on flapping their wings. If you take that is 80 times per second, they will flap. So like the different birds, no, they will be having different wings. Okay, that's one main key factor for the birds to fly in the air. And then the next part is the beak part. So this is should be very light, because like other animals, they don't have teeth and jaws. They have the light weight beak only. So this beaks also helpful for them, because it reduces the head weight, so that it can also make the bird to fly in the air continuously, and reduces the head weight also for easier flight. So what are the four factors which is very essential for them? They are the wings, and then feathers, and then the streamlined body, and the hollow bones. That's we can say that bird works like a plane. Maybe the by seeing the birds only, the planes have been discovered. Okay, all the aircrafts have been discovered. This is a natural engineering also, we can say, for efficient flight. Okay, children. So let us have the recap again. So what is the first and foremost thing? They should have the streamlined body, and they should have the teardrop shape for the greater speed. And feathers, what about the feathers? They should be a lightweight and like the hollow bones, and they should be strong and flexible, and the smooth surface should be there. They will be overlapping with each other, so that to create a drag reduced outer layer. Okay. And what about the bones? The bones are the hollow bones inside. No, they should be very hollow. It should not be more heavy. Then only they can lift the body up and they can fly. And then different birds will be having different wings, so that will also help them to have all the forces like lift and thrust, and also the drag and weight. Okay. And finally, the birds, they have the lightweight beaks that will also help them to fly. And together, all the four features like wings, feathers, hollow bones, and streamlined body help the birds to fly continuously without any interruption during their flight, and also to cover the longer distance. That's all about the streamlined body of birds, children. Now here are some amazing facts I brought for you. Have you ever heard about the falcon? Okay, they can dive at over 200-meter per hour. Some birds, no, they can migrate thousands of miles without stopping. So the hummingbirds, have you ever seen the hummingbirds? They can flap their wings. Just now I told you that 80 times per second they can fly. Okay, ultimately they are the natural aviators, we can say. Okay, so now let us see the applications of the streamlined body one by one. So this streamlined body of bird, no, it has been applied in aviation and also in wind turbine. Not only that, in aircrafts, that is in car, that is it was what to say that is sports vehicles. In all this, this aviation, that is the streamlined body is being used. Okay, now once again. So now I told you that this streamlined body of the birds are used in not only in sports vehicles, it also used in various other fields also.